Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be talking about something totally different that you wouldn't expect really when speaking about how to make your eyes stand out. And a couple of months ago, I was lucky enough to go and attend a dermatologist clinic, and there was a whole host of people there. And I was asked to come along to give my perspective on makeup in how to make somebody look more beautiful. And really what the conference was about was how to look younger, how to make the face look younger. And I was there to just, talk about makeup and different techniques that you can use. And there were cosmetic doctors there were plastic surgeons there was 2 or 3 eye doctors, there was opticians, it was a whole myriad of different people. And I was explaining that with very, very hooded eyes, and I'm talking about the kind of hooded eyes where the skin here moves so much that makeup application along this area of the eye is near on impossible. And I was explaining that when that's the case, you really work on the lash line, you work on the tear duct area the most, and then you work on, of course, the lashes to bring them out as much as possible to make the eyes pop. And it was a very interesting time and very, very kind of cool to hear different techniques about what you can do. Now, obviously, if this area here is very, very hooded, there's not much you can do about it, minus sort of thinking about surgery to remove that skin, which isn't always an option for everybody. I know I certainly wouldn't really be interested in doing it, mainly because I don't want to be put under for something like that. And then it came to showing techniques and stuff. And this is where it got really interesting. So we then moved on to how do you make someone's eyes stand out if they're very, very hooded? And this is where the eye doctors and opticians came in, and they explained colored contact lenses. So remember that the purpose of eyeshadow, if you break it down into what's its real purpose, the purpose of an eyeshadow is to make the eye stand out, not so that the eyeshadow stands out, but that the eye stands out itself. And of course, now we use eyeshadows just to play and have fun, and you should do that. But the true purpose is to make the eyes stand out. And colored contact lenses do that. Now, when I was speaking to them, I mentioned that, is it safe to use them, especially if you don't need lenses? Is it safe to be popping them in and out? And the eye doctors and the opticians all stated that they're perfectly safe to use, providing you follow the instructions on how to look after them and how to care for them. And a lot of people do not care for them and do not look after them. But provided you do, they can offer a massive benefit because your eyes will stand out without any makeup on. So to illustrate this point with this video, in this eye here, I have the Desio lens in called Charming Green. And in this eye, I have the shade Romantic Blue. And as you can see, my eyes stand out, not just because they're 2 different colors, but because they enhance the way the eye looks. The first thing you notice is how green or blue or brown or whatever color you're after your eyes look. Now, there are loads of different brands on the market, and these are my lenses. This isn't sponsored. And I've tried lots of different lenses. Some produce incredibly dramatic results. Others are much more subtle and blend with the eye, such as these, the Desio ones. These also tend to be the most comfortable of the lenses that I've tried. And I'm not one of these people that can put a lens in and go, it takes work and effort. And I've been practicing now for a while, and it does take some work and effort because it's foreign to have something in your eye that you're not used to. So for all you contact lens wearers out there, congratulations, you scored big time that you can pop them in and out. But you can see the purpose of this tutorial and the reason I'm mentioning it. If you find that eyeshadow has just become too tricky, it's too problematic, and it's taking too long, think about maybe investing in some colored contact lenses that will give your eyes that wow factor. Now, you can go as extreme as you want. Now, generally speaking, because I'm quite fair, if the eye color on me, if it goes too pale, I can start to look quite frightening, is the word for it. Whereas if I have a tan, I can go much lighter with the eye color that I choose because there's this contrast. But when you're very pale and you go for a very pale color, it can look quite washed out. But as I mentioned, this one here is called Charming Green, and it is much more realistic to my own eye color, whereas this one is totally different. It's blue. My eye color naturally is green, and this is the Romantic Blue. and it offers a totally different perspective on me. I prefer the green myself. I also have one called Wild Green, which is a much more vivid shade and is just as nice, but I pop this one in because it's my favorite of the lot. But let me know what your thoughts are on color contact lenses and what brands you really, really like. Now, I'll link Desio down below because they're just the most comfortable and the most realistic in the eye. Also, when you get a colored contact lens and you put it in, you've got a tendency to do this. And you go really close into the mirror and you can see all the pixels in it and you're like, these don't look natural. Nobody is doing this to you in real life. I hope not. And so you need to kind of back away and go at a normal distance. And from a normal distance, they do not look like contact lenses in the eye. That's why I tend to prefer this brand, but I've used others. They're just as good, but these are more comfortable and they blend better with my own eye color. And they just feel more comfortable in. I'm still aware that they're in, but they're more comfortable. But let me know what your favorite color contact lenses are and if this is something that interests you. And also let me know which color you think looks best. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.